Hey my friends, this is Daniel Alley, and today I want to talk with you about 5 sacrifices you should never make in life. In this video, I'm going to talk with you about 5 things you should never do if you want to be a successful person. So please listen up. The first sacrifice that you should never make is your dignity. Now your dignity is your self-respect. And if someone asks you to do something that you're not comfortable with doing, then that just crosses the line. When I started working as a teenager, I was asked to do things that I was completely uncomfortable with. I remember working for a particular fast food restaurant, and they asked me to clean the toilets. I told myself that's something I'm never going to do. And I remember debating with it because I had to tell my manager that I wasn't going to do it. Obviously, I feared getting fired, but when I eventually told him, he was completely fine with it. He asked someone else to do it. If someone is asking you to sacrifice your self-respect by making you do something that you are completely uncomfortable with doing, then you need to quit that job. You need to put yourself in a position with people who actually care about your growth. If someone is asking you to do something that you don't want to do, it's time to move on and seek a different position in life. The second thing you should never sacrifice is your family. There's so many people who overwork on their goals and they neglect their family in the process. My friends, that is not success. That is actually failure. If you decided to start a family, but you neglect that family in pursuit of your goals, then that is a massive failure. If you ever become selfish and think about your goals instead of their goals, then you are not a part of the family. It needs to become our goals. You need to be in it together. You cannot overwork yourself to achieve something without your family. Your family is with you, and you need to communicate your goals so that it becomes our goals together. So my question for you is this: have you sacrificed your marriage, your kids, in the pursuit of your goals? If that's the case, take a step back on those goals and focus on your family by doing whatever you can to communicate your love with them. The third thing you should never sacrifice is your integrity. There's going to be so many times where your integrity will be tested. You will be asked to lie. You will be asked to cheat. You will be asked to deceive by your customers, your employers, or anyone involved in your life. And you will also see other people doing it too. But you have to ask yourself, how far are these people actually going? And if I were to cheat, if I were to lie, if I were to deceive or manipulate in any way, how would that benefit me in the long run? Once you understand this long-term perspective, you're going to know exactly what to do every single time. You're never going to make the wrong decision because you understand the position you hold when it comes to your integrity. So my question for you is this: are you being asked to sacrifice your integrity? Are people consistently asking you to lie, to cheat, to deceive, to distort the facts? If that's the case, then you need to change your relationships and make sure to preserve your integrity. The fourth thing that you should never sacrifice is your faith. There's going to be so many testing times. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be adversities. There's going to be enemies. And if you feel like you don't have the faith to deal with these problems, then you will never make it in life. You will never find the success that you want because you will be defeated by those pressures. But if you understand exactly what your faith is and what it represents, then you know that you can withstand any attack, any dilemma, or any concern that comes along your path. So I want to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the level of faith that you have right now? Of course, 10 being the highest. And anything lower than a 10 must be questioned. You need to do something to enhance your faith. You need to pray. You need to search the scriptures. You need to meditate. And you need to make the necessary sacrifices by removing anything that is blocking you from having maximum faith. The fifth thing that you should never sacrifice is your purpose. You see, a lot of times people sacrifice their purpose by giving up their talents. Maybe you're gifted in a certain area, but you haven't been able to use your gifts. You haven't been able to live your purpose. You haven't been able to see any of your passions come to fruition. The main reason is because you decided that you wanted to be bigger than your purpose. You put something in the forefront of that purpose, of that gift, of that talent that you have deep within you, instead of deciding to pursue that purpose. Instead of deciding to execute on a plan to develop those talents. Instead of deciding to actually focus on building the skills in order to follow through on that purpose. All I'm saying is this: if you think that you're bigger than your purpose, then you can't do anything. But if you know that your purpose is greater than you, then you can do anything and everything in this whole entire world. And that's how people become successful. They understand that they have to give up their job in order to pursue their business. They understand that they have to give up their excuses in order to write that book. They understand that they have to do certain things that most people are unwilling to do in order to get to that next level of their success. So my question for you is, what is your purpose? And what are you willing to do to allow that purpose to become greater than you? So there you go, my friends. I just shared with you 5 sacrifices that you should never make in life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with someone else that absolutely needs it. And if you could think of anything else, make sure to leave it in a comment section below. Also, follow me on Instagram and DM me. It's the fastest way to get in touch with me directly. I look forward to watching you make the necessary sacrifices that you need in order to succeed. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.